My Project 10 Uses project pan is another project pan that will be taking a short break between December and January, meaning that this video is in fact a finale video. I love this project so much. It just allows me to focus on products that I don't necessarily want to pan to completion, but I do want to get to know a little bit, or maybe there's just a tiny bit left, or maybe it's been neglected. Recently, I have used this project as a little bit of a chopping block project, which means a few of the things in this project have actually been decluttered in my recent makeup declutter series. If you did miss that series, I will link it in the cards above. We got rid of so much makeup, as I said, including a lot of stuff from this project. But just before we jump into it, everything on my face, as well as everything I talk about in this video, will be linked down in the description box. Definitely like and subscribe, because I am doing Vlogmas right now, which means I am uploading every single day in the month of December, which is a really, really tough challenge, but I am here for it. I am ready for the challenge. I'm embracing the challenge, and I am absolutely loving it so far, and I hope you guys are as well. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's jump straight into the update. I'm going to start with newest product to oldest product, as always, to keep the suspense. You know how it is. So one of the products that I rolled in last month was my Primark PS Bronze Whip. This is such a shiny component. Oh my god, and this is what it looks like, and this month I have used this 10 times. I'm not really a cream product person. I'm definitely more of a powder product person, so that was the reason that I rolled this into this project. I have recently finished off a cream stick bronzer in my rolling project pan, which was amazing, and that means that this is the only cream bronzer left in my collection. This was safe in the declutter. I did decide to keep this. I actually didn't even do a cheek declutter because I just love all my cheap products too much. But I'm glad this got some use. It did not take long to hit 10 uses. It's a pretty easy product, and I'm happy that this would be rolling out if everything wasn't rolling out today, because it's a finale. Next, I have my SheGlam Glow Globe highlighter, and it looks like this inside, and it's basically like a pressed glitter. It's got yellow, blue, and green glitter particles in it. You can see there, it is so beautiful. And I have used this 7 times this month. Can you see it on my hand there? I did like to use this as a highlighter, just like a highlight topper kind of thing. I've been to a few festive little markets and parties and things like that. So this has been perfect for just a little bit of something extra on the cheeks, as well as like an inner corner highlight some days, as well as a lid topper some days. This is really, really versatile, and this was in a chopping block earlier in the year because I really didn't know how to use it. I didn't really know how I liked it. So it's been really, really nice to play around with it throughout the year. Here and there, it's not been in like a full dedicated project, but it's been really nice to just play around with it, get to know it, and yeah, I actually really, really do enjoy it now. So 7 uses, a few uses off my 10 use goal, but again, it's the finale, so it will be rolling out. Next, this again, staying with products that I rolled in last month. This is my Urban Decay Hydromaniac foundation. I'm currently panning a foundation that is a little bit too dark for me in my rolling project pan, and this foundation is a little bit too light for me. So I do like to mix them together, and mixed together, they make a really, really good shade match for me. I probably wouldn't use this on its own, even though my acne has definitely got better throughout the year. This is just a bit too glowy for me. I do like a more matte finish. Obviously, this is not a matte finish at all. This is very glowy. I do actually quite like it mixed in with something that is a little bit too matte, because I don't like to be fully matte, but I don't like to be fully glowy. I like to be somewhere in the middle. So this is a really, really nice mixer foundation, and I have used it 10 times this month. I used it pretty much every time I did my face, so I probably surpassed 10 uses as well. But it's definitely a very good product. I'm very happy that I have it in my collection. It definitely serves a purpose. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. And this is the final product that I rolled in last month. This is Colourpop Ice Dream, and I hope you can see we actually hit pan on this. It's going to be a really hard pan to show just because the product itself is so light. But yeah, we did hit pan, which is amazing. I used this 3 times this month. It is a beautiful blue, purple, pink iridescent-y kind of shade. I don't know how, like, I always try and show this off and it just never looks good, but trust me, it is beautiful, especially for this time of year. I just wish I managed to reach for it a few extra times. The whole reason that I'm doing a bunch of finales this month is to play around with my wider makeup collection, so I will probably be using this quite a few times in the coming month anyway, just because I do really, really enjoy it. And I don't know, I just want that freedom to be able to go into my makeup drawers and pick whatever I want to pan, and I have a funny feeling that I will be reaching for this a few times. It is the perfect winter color. It's like icy but like still shimmery and gorgeous and beautiful. Like, I love it so much. I'm very excited to play around with that. I'm happy that I've used it even the 3 times. 3 times isn't great, is it? It's not brill. Okay, moving on. All of these products have been in for over a month. The first thing I'm going to talk about is my collection Glam Crystals in the shade Hustle. This is something that I have kept in my collection. This did survive the declutter, but it's still kind of on the chopping block. It's a really, really dark black holographic glitter, and it is beautiful in theory, but I don't do super dark looks very often. This is the darkest my lids have been in a very long time, and that's only because I'm working to get as much use on antique bronze as possible in my Pan That palette, so I'm using that all over the lid most days this month. It doesn't really go much darker than this, but obviously this is so deep and dark. Maybe I could try and do like a New Year's look with it or something, like a super dramatic party kind of look. I think it will look really, really nice with that, but I do struggle to use it. It's definitely a fantasy self kind of thing. I think if I don't use it much in the coming year, it will be decluttered. I've only used it once this month for a total of 3 uses in 2 months, which isn't great, especially when it's in a project pan. It's not the best. Okay, 2 things that have not survived my declutter. These are 2 Colourpop lippy sticks, and I think we all saw this coming. This is in the shade Grunge, and this is in the shade Bichette. So both of these are super dark shades. And again, my fantasy self does like dark lips, dark eyes, those like Instagram model, like baddie kind of things. I would love to be able to pull that off, but sadly I just can't. My skin is so stupidly pale, like it is ridiculous. Even in the summer I look like a ghost. So these super dark lip shades don't look good on me. They really don't. I actually did a whole eye look once. I think it was in last update's video. I did a whole eye look dedicated to one of these lipsticks, and when it came to putting the lipstick on, I just didn't want to put it on, and that just says a lot. Okay, I'm not going to keep things that I'm just not wanting to use, even when I dedicate a whole eye look to it. It just speaks volumes. So these have been decluttered. I have not used any of these this month. So Bichette is at 2 uses and Grunge is still at 0 uses. I need to learn these aren't for me, and that's okay, okay? I love this kind of nudie, cool tone nude shade. I absolutely love it. I love my super light brown tones. Absolutely adore, like obsessed. Super dark grungy tones. I would love to wear them, but I just don't, and that's okay. Next we have the Pastel Roses pigment. This is in the shade Alchemist, and it is a super beautiful, almost sheer purple shimmer. I'm not going to tip it too far down because I don't want it to spill everywhere, but it is a super beautiful shade, and I've used this 3 times this month, and that gives us a total of 5 uses. Eyeshadows like these in pots aren't my favorite, especially when they're not those like duochromy chameleon glittery kind of shades. That is what the Pastel Roses is known for, and they're single pressed duochromes as well. This is very much an eyeshadow. It's not like a pigment or a glitter or anything like that. And I don't know, I do find reaching for single potted eyeshadows a little bit difficult. That being said, I have used it 5 times in the past few months, which I'm very happy about. It is a beautiful shade. I absolutely love the shade. Nothing against the shade at all. This was actually one of the contenders to put on my inner corners today, but I did have a green liner, water liner to work on, so the green won over in the end. But like, this shade could be a beautiful inner corner shade. I've worn it on the lower lash line a lot. I've worn it all over the lid with other purples. It is so beautiful. I do really, really enjoy this shade. But yeah, it's just something that hasn't been on the forefront of my mind in the past few months. That's okay, I still like it. I'm glad that it was in this project because I got to know it a little bit more. This was definitely neglected in my collection, so now it is not. I know how it works, I know how I feel about it, and I'm very happy about that. Next, we have a nail polish, which is actually on my nails today. This is the Barrym Under the Sea nail polish, and I've used this 2 times this month for a total of 5 uses in the project. I do find it quite difficult to keep on top of my nails. I used to wear, I say used to, this was like last week, I was wearing those like press-on nails, like the super beautiful, like long pointed ones. You would have seen them in my Vlogmas videos. They're just plain white ones from Primark, and then I used to paint them myself. But then I found like 3 were pinging off a day, and I don't have the time, I don't have the patience, I don't have the motivation to be gluing 3 nails on every day, and then sometimes they'd go missing, and sometimes I didn't have glue on me, and it was just such a faff. So now I'm painting my normal nails. These are just my natural nails, but I found that with my natural nails, they chip so freaking easily. Like, I've had this nail paint on for 2 days, and these 2 nails are already chipping at the top. It's just such a bind, okay? First world problems, I know, but oh my god, like, I actually got complimented on this when I was at Chester Christmas Market. Oh my god, I know. One of the stall owners was like, oh my god, I love your nails. And I actually recommended this to her. So here we go. I'm influencing even in real life. Get me. But this is a really nice layerable nail polish. I was wearing this just with white underneath, but today I'm wearing it with a deeper blue shade underneath. So it makes it look very different depending on what you layer it over, which I actually love, okay? I love shades like that. You can really play around with them. I think this is going to be an empty for 2024. I think it's a really easy shade to try and finish, so that would be amazing. I will miss it though. I think this is one of the only like duochrome nail polishes in my collection, so I might have to look into some more, who knows? But yeah, I've really, really enjoyed playing with that. And finally, we have Miami Sun from the Pastel Roses, and I was determined to hit my 10 use goal on this month, and I'm happy to say I've used it 4 times this month to hit my 10 use goal. This has worked really, really well with the remaining shades in my Pan That palette. I'm panning the Modern Renaissance for the final month. That's really, really scary. Definitely check back at the end of the month to see my finale and all my progress in that palette throughout the year. It's going to be so satisfying. But I do have a lot of warm tones left in that palette. I mean, it's a very warm tone palette anyway. I have like reds and oranges in that palette, and this goes really, really well with it. I did do a halo eye with this in the middle. I've used this on the inner corner. I've used this to blend out the oranges. It's really, really nice shade. It's very, very scary. Like, when I first looked at it, I was like, oh my god. But I think using a very, very small amount, you can get a very nice, subtle-ish look. So yeah, that is my Project 10 uses. I have loved this project pan. I'm happy that I've made the decision to take a little bit of a break from it. I will be back in the middle of January to pick this project back up again. But as I'm saying in a few of my project pans this month, I feel like I've been project panning for so long consistently that things that haven't been put in a project pan, I just haven't reached for in like 3 years. So I want to give myself just a month to really just play around with my whole collection. I don't want to be stuck in this mindset that I have to only use my project panning items. I want to be able to use everything and love everything in my collection. And that's what this next month is going to be about. So yeah, definitely check back in a month to see the resurgence of this project. And also stick around for vlog Vlogmas. As I said, I'm uploading every single day. I have 31 amazing videos to share with you guys, so definitely stick around. It's been a lot of work, but it has been 1,000,000% worth it. I love and appreciate all of you guys that have shown me so much support over the past month, and not even over the past month, over the past few years growing my channel. It honestly means the world to me, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is where I'm gonna love you and leave you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye!